What we have here is a particular customer had a specific need in mind. They had a retaining wall. In the state that we're in, the code is 34 to 38 inches, and here we made it 30 because we have a 6-inch retaining wall that it's going to mount on. It'll be place welded here on the bottom for mounting. This piece down here is just to keep our distance equal so that we can build our vines in here. This will be cut off and there'll be clips welded on where this will be bolted into the walls for the pillars on the deck. The pickets here, they're set up on a 3 blank pattern. You have 3 that are uniform, and you have a blank, and 3 uniform, 3 that are blank. You can do it 4, 5, or whatever. For most codes, the widest you can be, like for instance in our state it's 4 inches, so I'm sure this was a 3.5. Yeah, we went with 3.5 on this one. The reason why I do that is for infants and children can get their heads between there, so most codes are already set in your state, whatever governs, whether it's city or county codes or whatever. So you can do anything out, you can do anything inside it as long as you don't exceed the 4 inches. So here what we did, instead of just making a blank, then we added another picket just to give it some kind of style. A lot of people call this wrought iron. This part is more the wrought iron part, but to make it lighter and use less material, we use the hollow square tubing, and you get the same effect. On this particular rail, they wanted a foliage pattern. Since the house is out in the country, they wanted some leaves to match the background. So what we did was you take a leaf off of one of their trees, and you take a branch and you can form your metal to almost match that particular tree or foliage that they have, whether it be a grapevine or an apple tree or a Bradford pear tree, or whatever it is. In this case, these were Bradford pear leaves. And they all started out flat metal. We cut them out individually, and then you just pound them out with a hammer.